Then I'm going to go live.
And the 10th, it's a multiple of 5?
Yeah.
Maybe my brain is.
Right? And 5.
And you're only 25, right?
Yeah, multiple 5. 37. Actually, 3 and 7 equal 10.
Oh.
I don't know if
They
that
do.
has anything to do with
3 and
5,
7,
but
10. It's the 10th day. 5.
yay! Okay, so I told Simone I would share the link with her, so I need to find the link. I think it's on YouTube, Facebook. Oh yeah, there. Auction. Share. Copy link. So we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram now. There. Okay, good. I think I shared the live feed to Simone. Rich, should I hold on. I'm live. Okay.
Do you need water?
Yes.
Do you need a chair?
I'm going to. Can you talk about sharing? And I'm going to grab a couple things. What else was I going to?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are 5 people with us online and 5 people here. So if you can find us on Facebook, actually, if you can find us on Instagram, that'd be amazing because we've just started broadcasting to Instagram and it's my account. And for some reason, this is the weirdest part. It won't show me my own broadcast. So if you could check to see if we're on. Did you see my screen, by the way? Yeah? Can I see it? That's pretty wonderful. Also, I just opened my, you ever do this? I opened my Instagram, and one of the models that we use on Thursdays pops up. It's like, oh,
Oh, there you go.
that's not me. But yeah, so what works out for us really well is if you can find us and click share on that link, because we currently have 5 people online. Over COVID, we had like 280. And the nice thing about people at home is sometimes they're watching in batches. So there might be like 5 people in one room and they count as one. So there was literally thousands of people joining us over COVID because you couldn't do anything else. But to get by, it really helps us out if you can click share on the link. And I should be standing and entertaining the crowd, but I'm just exhausted. There we go. So that's not much more entertaining, but
What else was I going to
I haven't really explained the sharing part well because my brain's a little fried.
That's okay. So, sorry, dry.
Also, make sure you share the most recent link because, like, sometimes people share last week's. I'm going to pin it to the top right now. Yeah, right now it's like looking down at me, and I have like Lego hair for some reason tonight. Pin to post. Noticing there's 7 people with us. There's there's a long lag tonight because I'm looking at the screen here and I go hi, and then it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. We're 5. Even in this space, there's a 5-second lag from here to that machine. So it might be a little longer with Richard in Illinois. Is Richard with us? Oh, there's 17 shares.
Wow, that's incredible.
That is quite nice.
Did you see? Daniel came too. Hi,
hello, Daniel.
Okay, so how this is going to work is we're going to pull up pieces and we're going to auction them off, and people can. Oh, did Galen leave? Galen forgot and remembered all within the moment of him seeing. I brought him calligraphy stuff.
Joanne says
Caleb.
She owes us $70. She can't find the auction items. She's wondering if Dusty had anything to auction. I'm going to say yes, right? Lots. Is that true?
Joanna, I don't think you owe us any money.
Tell her
Okay.
she can try to bid on the scarf.
Is that Patagonia?
It's a.
Your jacket?
It's,
Yeah.
Daniel?
No.
What is it?
I love the color scheme.
North Face.
Something Christian Fred or something.
Oh,
me.
I know, I was looking.
I,
We need to be
I'm
better.
not a
at
brands
telling
person,
people
but
what we're
I
talking
love those colors.
Something like a fish named Fred.
They go perfect with my roller skates.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, a fish named Fred.
Yeah.
Brad, yeah, you have a jacket when we were in Ottawa. You bought a fish named Fred.
Did I?
Yeah,
I also like the colors of that
and you like the
jacket.
colors. Okay,
A fish
Which
named
two?
Fred's got me pegged.
I don't know how to do this with this extreme angle. Okay, this is
Oh
by
no,
Felix.
I just did this because. Okay, where's your
Here.
face? There we go. There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this just so everyone knows we're gonna get into the flow of this.
Everybody
Okay.
knows.
So, this is by Felix. Do you want to talk about how in awe you are of
Everybody
Felix's artwork?
knows. Yeah.
So he's been
He's
doing
11.
really cool things with layering, bubbling up with the heat gun, and then pulling things off. So his process has been really cool lately. And look at this
Let me tell you what I was gonna say.
mountainscape that
Yeah, no. This
It's
is
like on
about
the edge
3
here.
weeks in a row where he's been just experimenting with surfaces. But either like he's a genius beyond our understanding, or he's just nailed the luck wheel like 3 weeks in a row because he keeps making these pieces that have, like I see him pushing and pulling and peeling things off, and it kind of looks like, you know, like Mr. Bean painting, like, you know,
it's
next
like
thing you know, his-
smiling and
his
like,
hand stuck to his head kind of thing. And so I was like, is he in control of this situation? But the finished works. This is my best theory, and this is my son, so obviously I think highly of him. I think he just knows when to stop.
Mm,
You know, I think that's
interesting.
his gift, is that he's freely experimenting, he's pulling and pulling, but these like landscapes he's getting.
Keep coming out, right?
Yeah, like for $1,000, I couldn't do this on purpose.
Yeah.
But it turned out perfect, either by accident or something. So yeah, do you want to
Pretty
hold that?
lovely. Did you?
Did he have an opening bid?
No, I'm not sure.
$500.
$500 going once, $500 going
It's
twice,
the opening bid.
$500 the sky sold.
Don't have $500.
I don't-
I can
I
just
just spent so
imagine.
much
I can
money
just
on
imagine
records
how
on
many
stock.
bad habits have formed in this
That's-
space. That like we joke around a lot, but in an actual auction house, there's a guy in the back with a sledgehammer and a couple boards, taking your social insurance number down.
Should we sell it or should we keep it for him, or should we say $10 opening bid?
I'll bid $10. I'll pay.
Rich will
$10
bid
for
$10.
that.
Okay. Rich will
Yeah.
bid $10. So how? Oh yeah,
Megan?
looks like Led Zeppelin. Yes,
Rhodes?
I agree. So
Must the man walk down?
how we do this is I'll show pieces, give you the opening bid, and then you can either text or bid here. So there are lots of people joining from home and lots of people that made it out. I'm very grateful and so surprised how many people made it out in this weather. So thank you so much.
We baked the cake. I say that as though I helped. I did not help. Last
It's not
night, middle of the
real
night,
cake.
Jesse's baking herself a birthday
Not a
cake.
real cake. It's like
And
powdered-
I was like, this is the cutest thing, watching her bake herself a birthday cake. And then I wanted to like point out on the social media how cute my wife was. But then I also realized everybody like, you're a monster. Making her bake her own cake. But I've tried cooking for her and she just says, this is nice, and kind of puts it down in the kitchen, and then she cooks herself something that tastes good. So I've given up on that. And but it was so cute that she baking us a cake last night, and then we didn't bring it because honestly at -40 we were walking down. It's like nobody's coming tonight. We'll do the online, and lots of people came. You guys are amazing to come out in this weather. I don't know why. I know why I came here
Yeah.
because I have to. But you guys are so amazing to support us, and we love you.
Here, can you see? I think I heard a few dings. So, text.
Joanne says, "Okay, I'll watch again." Well, Joanne, just watch right now.
We'll straighten everything out, Joanne. Don't worry. This is currently at $10.
How do I send her the link? Can I do that?
Sky, did you actually? Are we putting this in, or are you bidding? Or I don't want to take this away from you, but
Put it in.
okay, put it in.
Obviously.
Obviously. This is by Dusty, a beautiful scarf. So Dusty is her studio's outside of town, and so she mailed in a bunch of beautiful pieces to put in the auction. But also,
girl that I once knew.
She also put in a tag.
Love and she
I love you, but we
with
need to.
everything
I love you, but I'm gonna bludgeon you to death with an acrylic scarf. She also put in a really beautiful scarf
Hey, whoa,
with the
hey.
tag that said to put on the gift gate. So she sent pieces to put in the auction, but also one to donate to people because it is so cold out. So I am very grateful for Dusty this evening too, because she's so generous. This is called the Blue Spruce. It's 100% acrylic material. It's very soft.
100% acrylic.
Inches by 60 inches, machine, wash, and dry. So easily cared for. And Blue Spruce is the inspiration. $80 is the opening
Blue
bid.
spruce?
Blue Spruce.
I love blue spruce.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's sort of like the spruce goose.
Blue Spruce.
I learned about blue spruce on Blue's Cruise.
What about
Blue's
the
Clues?
Blue's Cruise.
the spruce goose?
Blue's Cruise.
And my screws are loose.
Yeah, there's so many. So its opening is
Here's a
$80.
story, it's
That's
sad
on
but
me.
true.
Is Sky, are you?
I'm bidding, yeah.
$80.
Sky bid
About the
$80
birthday of
$80?
Just Taylor.
on Dusty's piece.
She took my love and she
With a question mark?
ran around.
With every
Oh, you're
other
doing that
guy
on
in
purpose.
town. Hey.
I didn't know you're funny.
Oh. Okay.
I just thought you were being awkward, but you're
This-
being funny. You almost took my eye out, by the way.
This is also by Dusty and
Special brand of funny.
their tea towels.
Safety
Their
glasses.
tea towels entitled Berry Basket. And these are 100% cotton, machine wash and dry.
100%.
So Kelly bid 20 and I bid 30.
$20 on the tea towels to Kelly.
So is it two?
They're two, together.
Together.
Yeah.
And they started
But
at
they
20,
are
but
separate.
you have it up to
$87 for the blue spruce.
86.
To Joanne.
That's less. 87.
You can't
that's
outbid
the same
Joanne.
amount.
It's impossible.
Wait, what did you?
90 is what I meant.
$90. Okay, but $87 to Joanne for
Okay.
the blue spruce.
So Joanne bid. So this is
Say
currently
blue
at
spruce 10 times
$30.
fast.
Blue spruce.
How about Bruce's blue spruce? Bruce's
It's really
blue
a
spruce.
beautiful
Moose.
weave. So this is currently at 87, but did you
No,
bid
it's
90?
not. 90. said
Sky bid 90. So this is
Okay.
currently at 90. It is a beautiful weave here from Dusty. Okay, welcome back. Dan's here. Okay, so currently at 90 for the blue spruce. Now, I'm going to show this beautiful set by Sam.
Does you want to sell them as a set?
Yeah.
As a set.
So
And
it's
they're
going to be their prints of originals, and they're $10 each opening.
That's not a set. Then.
But $60 for the set.
Okay.
So they're based on the sacred teaching. So there's the different animals, and I really like how he used the positive and the negative space. He brought in a separate set, two of the other set he did last week. And same thing, he worked with two pieces and working with a circle for balance, and east and west. So he does there's the landscape inside, and then the animal skulls. Oh no, I should go the right direction. So red, learn your rainbow there, Jessica. Orange, beautiful eagle.
Did you bid $30 on
Tea
the
towels.
Tea towels. So Kelly is backing down because it's your birthday.
Kelly.
Joanne says $97 for the blue spruce.
Thank you, Kelly.
107.
Oh,
$107.
the blue.
Sky
Wait, hang on.
says
104. We'll go by increments of 7.
104.
I like that. Look at this green. The green is turtles.
104. Got it.
Thank you, Sandra, for helping us too with the random numbers that we
I'm like,
spew all the
and then I'm like, huh?
beaver skull. Yeah, I really like how he uses the positive and negative space in the landscape. And then Violet is the last.
Yes.
The wolf. Isn't that beautiful? So the set is $60 from Sam. Would you like to talk about your beautiful painting?
Yeah. Is it on screen?
Yeah, it's beautifully on screen.
Wait, did we check the mic?
Yeah, the mic works.
Okay.
I think people would tell us if it didn't.
I have this thing where they sometimes they have to downsize the library, so they'll take books, and then some go to recycling and take books, and some go to those mini libraries and donations and things. But sometimes they just have to recycle some of the books. So yeah, they'll come and ask me like, "Hey, Rich, can you use these as art supplies?" And I'll get a stack of art history books. And I always grab them. So what I do is I unbind the books, and I cut out little 5x7 art history portraits, and I just smack the wall with 1,000 pictures. And this is just a thing where, like, if a kid in my art class is stuck, they're like, "I'm stuck." I'm like, "Just go find a picture on the wall you don't hate," because that's actually the best way to talk about art history when it's in books. I think we just went to the Chicago Art Institute, which is also part of this. But and then you see the pieces in real life, and they just blow your brains out. But when you're reading them out of the books, it's like you're literally looking for things that you don't hate. And then once you realize you don't hate them, you start to fall into them and start to fall in love with them. So I have the kids walk around my walls, and when they find a piece that they don't hate, I just have them tear them off the wall. They're like, "I could just tear it off the wall." And there's a permanent connection they have when they rip one of the little pieces off the wall. So I have guilt-free. I cut up these books, and I stick the pictures all over the walls. And I'll have like 100 books, and I'll cut up 7. But I've covered my walls and then the fire department comes in and tells me I have to take them all down. And I'm like, "Everybody grab a painting," and I'll grab paintings, and then I put them back up.
Yeah.
Generally, though, because I teach high school and junior high, don't judge me. Sometimes I don't put the nudes up just because I know.
Judge.
Well, it actually makes me feel like I'm censoring the kids when I'm separating out. But this was actually a stack of nude sculptures that didn't make it onto my wall, but did make it into like a sealed envelope because I didn't want to drop it in the hallways either. And so I just had a handful of maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe nine separate. One couple were paintings, and couple were most were sculptures. And so I just crammed them all into one painting because we were just in the Art Institute of Chicago. I don't think we saw any of these there, but I was really feeling their history.
Well, the reproduction of the little Venus.
There was
there.
that, yep. And so
The little what?
The Venus of
Oh,
Willendorf.
V. No,
Yeah.
No.
There was lots of penises too, but there was the Venus of Willendorf was
Yeah.
in the evolution part because
Yeah.
it's the evolution of art history. Okay. So, what would you like your opening bid to be?
one of my parents just laughed at me. Oh, that's amazing. I'm not a student, but I ripped this off the wall in the art room. Look at.
That is so good.
So yeah, she's a former parent from my school, but yeah, that's just the way I go. So there's this painting. I was gonna do this in a different order because I was hoping if one of the shields sold, I could keep this one. But I actually don't need any art, so I'll put this in at $10.
$10. Do you want to put a shield into? I was really loving this, and then look at.
Well, you can bid $10 on it.
I will bid $10 on this beautiful art.
Okay, there we go. I'm not a failure.
You're not a failure either way.
These are real. These are real tactical shields, and
Also really pink.
I have to sell them for a certain amount to cover the costs of them because I ordered 10 tactical shields from China. I'm probably on a watch list now. But I was hoping to sell them in the summer, and the reason I say that is that I think once you've held them, you'll realize the importance of owning a tactical shield.
nice seeing you. So nice seeing
For defense, for offense, for any other kind of fence.
Marlo,
Building
did you
fence.
try the tactical shield?
No, but
Would you before you go?
Of course. What do I do?
You just
like
you've done this
slide.
before, but it was
Have
cardboard.
a
Yeah, everyone has.
Slide arm.
Put your arm through there. and then just grip onto there. Isn't that feel? Isn't that Freya? But doesn't it feel powerful?
Oh look,
hang on.
Sky. Yes.
Careful, that's a real sword,
Yeah.
which Sky shouldn't be fooling around with.
I
Don't
know.
you
I don't
feel
know why you
wonderful?
have a sword.
I was new
Um,
with the sword.
Yeah, this
And it's-
feels
Don't you feel medieval?
a little out of my comfort zone.
Oh, does it feel out of control?
Well, yeah.
Here's what I found: is I ordered a tactical sword, and it
I
seemed
like
like
it.
everybody was judging me. I put it on my arm. I'm like, I feel fantastic.
Now I know.
Yeah,
And then
like-
I ordered 10 of them, and at first she wasn't sold on this idea, but then she tried it on. Do you want to try the shield on? Could you all just throw your arm into the shield? Just
Like, yeah.
Just
I
to
think
feel
it
the
would really
power
make my day if you
of
just
the
shoot
time. You
me.
could just pass,
you feel
Freya.
pretty-
That's Freya.
I feel like no one can stab me right now.
right? You feel so
Go for it.
protected. Your vital organs are under
Probably
control.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
for the most part.
for the most part. Like,
I mean, they're attacking themselves.
from
You don't
the
need to
from
attack
behind the
them.
shield, yeah, from anything beyond the shield.
This is incredible.
And Rich was
This would look cool on someone's wall. Are you selling
Right.
these?
yeah, we're hanging them. It looked really good. We have them hanging on the wall too.
5 are gone. I got 5 left.
Yeah.
One of them.
So what's your plan?
It's gonna be a Boudica with a raven.
Can you
there's
pass it
runes
around?
on here.
Not a Boudica.
Yeah, the
do
runes.
they
Rich
say?
could just write in runes. So what was that
The
one?
Morgan.
Oh, that one was the Invictus. So it was here, I'll read you what
It's gonna be
that was one
of the
part of
Morgan.
it. Here. Because it was a really
This is
powerful
incredible. Who wants to try it now?
Would you like to try with the
So-
sword?
Ar-
I'm good. I'm good, but
around the outside in runes,
Doesn't it feel great?
it says, "Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid."
yeah, you do.
It's one of those things you don't even really realize you want to try until you put it on. Like, this feels like I've had it forever.
Yeah, like it was great. Don't get me wrong.
I think every
just don't know half of the people in this room, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all great. I just am awkward.
But,
You are perfect.
and I think everybody's made a shield like that out
Right?
of cardboard when they're a kid,
She
but
has
the
a
tape
weapon.
always came off the handle, and you never really, or you tried to use a garbage can for a shield, but you never got a good grip on it. Whereas
It was pretty good. The sword shield combo
Yeah, that too.
is all right. I do.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see
Sorry,
it.
I'm
Try with the sword.
It feels really tough, actually.
Yeah, right.
can you just stand
I like-
up in front with it, like just yeah?
full
Whoa!
Imagine.
Sword.
I'll take this.
Careful, that's a
See?
real sword. Just be careful with the. We're not insured for that. Okay.
Oh
Do not poke with the sword.
No.
Oh god, that's too tactical.
no! Too tactical. I love that.
We're all like ah, blood in the eye. Ah!
It makes you feel really tough.
Right?
I feel pretty tough. on this.
Oh, I like that. This is also man, this is fun. Okay, so
The
So I should
Morgan.
call them security shields because they really do feel secure.
I meant to say Morgan instead of Boudica.
yeah, I was like,
It's a
oh,
different person.
Sky. I was thinking,
Morgan's a goddess.
yeah.
By the way, I'm selling the shields for $300 at a flat rate, but tonight I will put them in at $100 opening if you want to buy it. Bid on the shield, and that's a pretty good deal, I think, because if you bid $100, I don't think anybody's going to bid against you, and you get it at a third of the cost. I kind of got to recover. We did invest quite a bit of money. I ordered 10 tactical shields all at once, and I keep joking about this, but I also do sort of wonder if I'm on a watch list, right? Like, because they're both artworks, but they're also functional. Like in the apocalypse. Can I tell you the whole story? So Felix, who just left, loves weapons, and my older son, who's 20, is the duplicate of Felix. He also loves weapons, and so there's this sword shop that we go to when Felix has been really good. And normally we don't buy him anything; we just do that, look and torture thing. And then so he broke his arm this summer, and I got him what's the plastic polycarbonate sword that he can really swing and whack. It's one of his favorite swords, and he's got a few show swords, and he's got one sword that's an actual real sword. But then he really wanted these scythes, sickles, battle sickles.
Oh no.
And there's probably a better name for those. But we were in the store. We go there all the time, but there was one time 2 summers ago, I saw this like pirate saber? No,
Cutlass.
cutlass. And I was like, oh, that kind of looks like it would fit in my hand really well. So I'm like, and it's really important to me when I'm looking at swords, is this a sword where the handle is attached to the blade, or is it like a show sword where there's a handle decoratively attached to the blade? And I'm like, tell me about these swords over here. And like, oh, those are real tactical swords. And I'm like, I shouldn't ask, but can I just hold the cutlass? And he hands me this cutlass, and it fit perfectly into my hand. I was like, oh, I get it. If I carry a sword, it's because I'm a pirate, and this is a pirate sword, and I should have this cutlass. I don't know what I would ever do with it, but I have to have the sword. And it wasn't that expensive, but it wasn't something I needed. So as an adult, I talked myself out of buying the sword, and Jess is such a good enabler. We're walking out of the store, and she's like, if you want a pirate sword, you can have one. And her family is filled with swords and guns and things, and I'm like, I'm going to be a grown-up. I got the stupid Apple Watch. I'm not going to get the sword. I don't need this. And I thought it was the beginning of some sort of psychological breakdown that I wanted the sword. But I actually really think it's important that if you want something and if you don't know if you need it, just don't buy it, go home. Except for here. You got to buy it here. You miss it forever. But I usually use the practice of go home, and if you're obsessing about it, go back to the store before it closes if it's worth going back to the store for, it's worth buying. When I got back to the store, my sword was gone. And I'm like, they probably replace them every now and then. And I waited a year, and I saw other swords go into the spot where it was. And then finally one day I'm like, so you guys aren't going to replace that pirate sword? And he's like, the cutlass? No, it's gone forever. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I actually felt like this deep loss in my heart, like a limb. And he's like, well, we got this other cutlass, and it's a little so this other cutlass is an actual tactical sword. It's got a slightly longer handle, so you can get two hands on it. It doesn't have the hand cover, which to me sort of suits me a little better. And so I'm thinking to myself, I definitely don't need, and it's sharp like a razor, and it's a good 2.5 pounds, and it's steel, and it's like been whatever forged and all this stuff. It's meant for killing people with. It's not meant for hanging on the wall. And I'm like, I absolutely do not need this item, but I ended up buying it. Now, here's the weird part, right? The reason I bought it is I had this thought. I'm never going to need this sword. I'm never going to need this sword. I'm never going to use this sword. But if I ever have a need for the sword and I don't have it, I'm going to be so mad, right? So I'm driving home with this rather expensive sword on my lap, thinking, this is great, I bought a sword. But I'm like looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, it doesn't really have that hand coverage that my other sword had. And I kind of imagined with the first cutlass, actually imagining how I'm going to battle with it, that I'd probably feel pretty free to do maybe some punching and some offense and defense with my sword hand. But I realized without the coverage on the hand, I'm not going to do as much defense with this hand. And so I'm thinking really what I need here is a tactical shield. And so I start to talk to Jessica in the car about it, having a tactical shield. And I think she's going to drive me to the hospital for some sort of analysis. And she's like, we could get you a tactical shield. So we ordered the first tactical shield. And honestly, everybody kind of rolled their eyes at me a little bit until they put it on their arm. And then Jess got her arm. She's like, oh, this does feel nice. And then I was at school. I'm like, I'm going to do 10 tactical shields. And I owed some money to some people for some stuff. So the first 2 or 3 tactical shields were sort of gifts to pay off debts. And then I gotta sell the rest to cover my costs. But the plan was I was going to do 1 tactical shield every 2 months for our last year. So the last 6 tactical shields were meant to be every 2 months we'd auction off a tactical shield. And I did 5 of them I was like just jonesing on the tactical shield. So
It's fun to paint on.
yeah. So either of these are open for an opening bid of $100.
What did you write on the outside of that one? Oh, is that your we are made of ancient suns.
Made of ancient suns.
Fueled by the fire of soul.
Yeah. So if you want a badass gorilla with a cigarette shield, I also kind of think this would be fun to go jogging with.
And one for each hand.
You see somebody breaking into a car and bam, and they throw something at you like, doesn't bother me.
That should be like on a movie. I could
What?
just do that.
Jogging with the
Movie.
shield?
Yeah. So we got lots of bids. I'm coming in. Are you done your story?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I got a,
Really, I
I
only
got a
tell those
sword story
stories
as
to
well.
drag out the bidding.
I used to have a sword.
Yeah. Was it?
It's sort of cool. But then I moved and I needed some help. And the guy that I helped me move, I gave it to him as partial payment.
Yeah.
That's so
Thank you.
It's nice to have those magic things to trade in time too. Okay, so there's a bunch of bids. Dusty bid 60 on Sam's prints, so the set of 6 prints. Joanne bid 114 on the scarf and 40 for the tea towels.
Wow, she could have had a shield for that much.
And Leanne just bid 15 for the naked people
Oh,
by
nice.
Rich. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for bidding.
The art history pieces.
Yeah.
I've gone up against Joanne enough to know that I should tap out. I don't have.
You can't
that much
outbid
money.
Joanne.
I'm trying to save up for a new vehicle.
All right. Oh yeah, that's cute. So show your other one, because
I'm
So-
Chucky.
yeah.
What's so funny?
Him and Rich were making puppets.
I'm Rich.
Rich and the other Rich. You're Chucky. The other guy is Rich.
I'm Chucky.
And this is Richard's. Is Richard from Illinois? Is he with us?
Richard from Illinois. Are you with Rich? Is using your hand dyed yarn for hair. This is by Kelly. It's Rich. Also, she painted the goatee and the beard white, and his
Look at this
eyes
puppet that
glow.
Felix made. He's got smaller hands than me, so I got a pinky sticking out. Look at this one. He's 11
I really
years
like
old.
that guy.
Pretty amazing, eh?
Yeah.
It seems like he just keeps making these magical things.
Is it out of like foam?
Magic. It's like magic.
Crayola.
Crayola
Is that
something.
foam
Magic
clay?
something.
Foam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like-
And it just air dries. It's like
Yeah,
very
yeah,
light.
and
Yeah.
it's light.
This is another Felix one.
He made matching snakes. One is green and white, and one is red and black. He's so thoughtful.
Slither.
Sorry, I'm doing a bad job of focusing. Welcome home. What took you so long? If you ever came in here,
RH, is that like,
Rumble House.
oh,
Rich always says it to people when they come in and he meets them. He's like, "Welcome home."
isn't that sort of like a medical thing too? RH.
Kinda. Is it? Yeah, on the
No,
prescriptions.
RX.
RX. It is kind of like a prescription too. Get your weekly dose of Rumble. That is nice. So this is Rich Teru as a
She's
bear.
sane and a perfect level of less sane.
Exact perfect level. Opening is $71. This is by Kelly Stanford.
Where's that?
$71.
Do you
Yeah,
have
for
my
the
I have it.
For the-
Massage.
for the bear and the sign.
Richard Cox says hi. Richard, I hope you saw our puppets. And I used your special yarn for hair.
Yeah, so nice.
And I burned my finger.
Oh yeah, did you show? This is also what he made. Little guy. I keep all the little beasts.
It's Christmas. Pew.
This is by Brenda. It's a lovely piece of glass that she made. Opening is $40. Beautiful glass, magic glass.
Sorry, I'm really tired.
It's okay. This
Okay.
one does open. The little one was opening at 40, and this one's opening at 80.
$79 for a bear, please.
Who?
Joanne.
Joanne. Joanne bid $79
Hello, Joanne, you're my nemesis.
on the Richard Teru bear. This is also by Brenda. It's a beautiful sand blown.
Aaron would like to see the
Huge.
glass again.
Here we go.
That's crazy because I'm getting messages from Richard from like 10 minutes ago, and I got a message from Aaron saying she missed the glass as you were turning around. Did you show the glass twice?
I showed this glass and then I showed this glass.
There's some time travel happening on the live feed tonight.
Constant.
Well, I heard on
Constant.
the way over here that the radio, CKUA, has problems with the online thing in Calgary.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one of the teachers we work with didn't wake up this morning because CBC was off. Like they weren't broadcasting when she usually gets up, and it was like,
Hey,
she's
can I
like, what
say
is
something?
happening?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's working right now. And it's like when I was waiting actually,
Got too
the light
close to
over
the
here
thing.
just by Mawada.
Everything just
I
froze.
was just gonna say that I did not have that experience except for I got up and drove to work at the same time I drove to work every day.
Yeah.
I turned the radio on and Q came on. I'm like, why is Q on? And it was CBC, but it felt like it was the wrong show. And I was like, is it just Wednesday? Is Q on Wednesdays in the mornings?
Maybe it came out of Vancouver.
Or maybe
Right,
they
like
just
maybe
hit some
they-
broadcast loop
they-
and
they
they
brought-
weren't broadcasting and they took something from
No,
before.
they broadcast Vancouver sometimes.
I don't know, but Q was
You get the wrong program. Then
Yeah.
you realize, oh, I gotta go fix that.
yeah.
That's weird, hey? That is a weird thing.
But this morning, that was my thought is like, what's wrong with CBC this morning? And then you said somebody else had a problem. with CBC.
Melissa, she was like, I did not wake up. CBC wasn't on, and
There is a certain segment of the population.
I-
that
there's
says
a bit
that every day.
there's a bit. No,
Yeah. What do you say?
there's a bit.
$40 on the Rainbow Glass Bowl.
To Erin, ERIN.
EROUN.
Aron.
That'll work.
My sister.
Oh.
E. No, it's ER.
EROUN.
Oh, listen to Sky. It's ERIN.
Hey, we're
He's
teachers.
spelling
We
it
see the wild
erroneously.
spelling
My
of every name.
Yeah.
ARO with an umlaut over it. UN.
2 dots. Boom.
Yeah.
Umlaut.
Umlaut.
I didn't put the
I had an umlaut
accents
for
that's
breakfast
supposed to
this
be
morning.
on my name
What?
on for my book.
And
That's
sounds
not
like-
an
and that
umlaut. That's
sounds
an
like
accent agu.
I know, but I didn't put it on.
I think you put it on the wrong letter.
I
too,
didn't
when you
even
did.
know that I had that on my name.
It's because she married a Frenchman that doesn't speak French.
Like, oh, this is by Patty.
Patty.
You can
We
put
love Patty.
right. You can put a tree up showing if you want. You can put a cute bottle with the ocean. Oh, Sandra gave me this really cute little like fortune, and it was a Rumi quote, and it was like, "You are not the drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." This you can pass it around. It's very magic. It's by Patty. $10 opening bid for the magic rock.
I gave one to our secretary when I had to give her all the receipts.
You're like here, and
She's like, and I'm like, look, there's something nice on top.
magic. That's see, it's always nice to have magic to give. This is by Derek. Derek
Bo.
Made
Bo.
that.
Derek made this, and I really, really dig the faces.
If you move over 1 inch that way, I think, and again.
Is there a title?
Okay, wait. There's a lag.
I would say faces.
Are you? Is your face on screen?
No, it's not now.
It'd be better if you were on screen.
Well, I was before, and you said
Oh,
to
I
go
moved
off.
I moved you
Yeah.
the wrong way.
So opening is 20 for this painting. So we actually bought this piece from Derek, but it would be nice if someone else wanted to. We could send him the other half of his sale again, just for fun.
Sorry, what was the
20.
title though?
Faces? Let's just do faces. There's nothing written on the back, so we will just.
Do you want a break?
No, thank you.
You mind if I eat some?
Sure, that's fine. This is by Echo.
Echo.
Oh.
How do you spell echo?
Sky.
A-U.
Any accents there?
All of them
A
everywhere.
tilde? Like
All
this?
of them everywhere.
Sky's gonna be so in trouble when we're doing taxes 8 months from now.
Or like later in the week when I'm trying to contact.
Every letter has several accents.
Opening is
So you've used them
$20
all up.
for this beautiful piece. And it was really cool to watch this piece actually come into creation. He's just been working at it a little bit each week. And there's like little faces in all of the letters. And it's just very, very intricate. Wonderful. So it's $20 opening bid. Let me show.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Isn't it beautiful?
It reflects interestingly back there. There's silver. And
Oh,
gold.
cool. So different metallic.
It has like
Metallic-ish.
some reflection.
Cool. Oh, maybe because yeah, he was using a lot of different kinds of pens and stuff. So
I got a ding.
yay!
I think,
Echo, $20.
Who?
Damien.
I
Yay!
think before Rumble House stops, I'm gonna beat Joanne in a fight. If I fight, I'm in a bid fight.
Okay, here's a question: is Damien his
Yes.
name, or is Damien bidding on Echo?
Damien is his name.
He's got Echo's name. Damien's name.
Damien is your name, correct? I think so.
Or Damien bidding on it,
Damien is bidding on Echo.
which is 20.
ECHO. Oh yeah. We were like, is it this or this? And he goes, yes. That is a Rich Teru answer.
I love that is actually. And if you love Echo's piece,
Damien is bidding.
that's what I figured. Thank you, Damien. This is also another excellent piece tonight. It's called Never Look in the Mirror! Exclamation point. Alvin. Yeah. This is very,
Let me see.
really,
I love it. Yeah.
really great too.
I bought that one last week to give to Max, but I didn't put it on my magic wall.
Did you ever see?
But I
Did
can't
you ever see Mad Men?
Yeah, I chose.
Do you remember when he's like talking to the ghost
Oh,
and
look
he's
how
like,
good
"You got
this-
all your parts?" And he's like, "You should see what you look like." You remember that one? It's like
really
that's what this reminds me of.
Actually, look, these look.
This goes so well together.
The colors are good. They're so beautiful.
I really like.
I got some
Actually,
dings.
look at these three together.
All those
The
three
yellow?
together.
The
Oh,
blue.
you could put it on either.
Hello.
My goodness.
I can't hold it very well, but use your imaginations. Oh, the people at home. Okay.
Hey! Okay, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Well, it's the first time we've been broadcasting to Instagram, as well as YouTube and Facebook.
Is that someone?
And it's the first time I've been able to see the Instagram live feed on my own feed because it goes through my feed. And for some reason, it wasn't
coming
showing
from
me
you. Yeah.
my own feed.
Were people bidding, or were they just talking to you? Like,
I got distracted.
oh. This is-
$40 for the glass rainbow. Joanne's got the bear for $79.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
what's that?
top one.
What top one?
Was there anything new?
Damien.
Okay, perfect. So this is Alvin opening. Was it 30? I didn't get to talk to him before he left. It's usually 30.
30 sounds good.
Okay, good. This is by Anne Christine
Oh, isn't that nice?
called Coming Together. So she works in multimedia, layered, and abstract processes. Opening 20. Can you hold that one for the screen?
Yeah. I think. I can't see the screen though. Not real.
Not step on these. Oh, actually, I could put these back up here and then people could see them. Okay, good. So this set from Sam is at $60. The Sacred Teachings, the 6 colors of the rainbow, 6. I'm trying to remember is that a butterfly? No. What's that? Trying to think of all of the animals. Sorry. Okay, 60. And these guys are at 15.
Two.
Leanne.
Oh, right.
Ah, Sandra's cute. Ah! Okay, we have to pass this around. Did you see how cute this is? The one of the pieces of inspiration came up was the sun.
It really reminds me of Theo's as well.
Yeah, I was actually looking. We can pass around. It's the sunshine. Riding a bicycle. All right, can you handle the rock and the sunshine?
Which is
I can
carrying some
handle it.
balloons.
Can you handle how much we love you?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay. And look at this beautiful little piece by Thea.
Did you get a message that was a bid?
No.
Oh.
Oh, this piece by Theo is framed beautifully.
We haven't had any crazy messages lately. either.
Opening $50. crazy messages. There's a crazy message at the end of last. This is by Theo. Epic framing job. As is normal, right?
Absolutely not. I will never.
$50 opening bid for this lovely piece.
I'm just gonna help packs in the car. I'll be right
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay. Do you want to talk about Tankman?
That's Tank Man.
So there's this.
I love Tank Man. There's certain things I draw when I'm feeling low or high, and actually, it was a bit of both. That when we had this plan to go to the Banff Springs Hotel, because we're going to Chicago, and we weren't taking Felix to Chicago, so we decided to take Felix to the Banff Springs Hotel, and then Felix got sick, so we postponed that by a month. And it was just like, it was kind of paced out perfectly through the year. Teachers have to do this, like, what will I do to keep me from killing myself this month? So, like, November, we're going to go to the Banff Springs. It's got nothing to do with the Tankman yet. But
Exactly. Growth mindset.
we postponed it. So we ended up having to go to the Banff Springs on the same weekend that we had tickets to go to the Loose Moose. And then right after Loose Moose and Banff Springs, we're going to Chicago. And then there was Christmas, New Year's, and Jess's birthday. And we were kind of having such an amazing time in Chicago that, and we do this, right? Like, we've been sort of more talking about neurotransmitters and hormones and neuroscience of being happy. That just like when you were 6 years old and you were up too late having too much fun, and your mom would be like, listen, you need to settle down because there's going to be tears soon. We were
Literally.
just
On the
like
cusp of tears.
joy bombing Chicago and having conversations about like how much happiness can a body handle for such a prolonged period of time, and when do we crash, and when do we crash, and when do we crash, and then all at once we had to go back to teaching.
And report cards were due, and these were due,
Yeah,
and this
and-
was due. It's
yeah.
like,
And so I was actually sitting down with that piece of paper right before the crash. And what I do is, I don't know, everybody here's an artist. Am I correct about that? Sometimes you draw yourself into a mood, and sometimes you draw yourself out of a mood. And one of the things that draws me out of like a weird sense of hopelessness is things like Muhammad Ali, the
Yeah.
Rumble House.
yes.
Martin Luther King, Harry Belafonte,
Yes.
Jim Henson,
Yes.
and Tankman. So do you guys know who Tankman is? He's this random unknown man, kind of nerdy, and in the tanks were rushing in
Tiananmen Square.
yeah, and he just had enough. And so he walked up to this tank with his two shopping bags and started swinging his groceries at the tank. And what's exceptional is nobody knows what he looks like. Nobody knows who he was. And so normally you see the back of Tank Man. And
It's,
I was
yeah.
in the mood to see the front of Tank Man.
I
So
love
I took my best guess of what I thought he might. And I was purposely sort of vague. And then I also sort of had to invert because you see the view into Tank Man in 1,000 different ways, because there's a long distance photo and some closer photos. But I was trying to guess what was on the other side of them. So
right.
I was amalgamating the tank's view of Tank Man.
I think the tank driver is the same as Tank because he didn't
He
have to stop.
stopped.
Yeah,
He
another
wasn't
hero.
supposed to
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
I like that style.
And also, like, I empathize because I do stuff like that too sometimes. And it's like, I can't hurt you with this shopping bag, but I'm trying to tell you that I'm mad.
It's not okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's powerful. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Dan. I will take that bid. Dan bid $30 on Alvin's piece.
Nice.
Thank you, Dan. This is by Alana.
Dan, to keep things steady, it would help us a lot if you text your bid to 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
And then we can have them all in the same place, and I can message you back to
Joanne
confirm.
says she would like to bid on Tank Man. I can't remember what the opening bid with Tank Man was.
You didn't say what yet.
$10, Joanne.
$10, Joanne. It's beautiful. This is by Alana. It's like magic.
You know what's really cheering up my night?
What?
Daniel's coat.
Yeah.
Daniel, your coat. is
You know what's
cheering
amazing
up.
about that coat? It's the kind of coat I would buy for myself, and it would never make me happy because it would be on me and I wouldn't see it. It's the kind of
It's amazing how many people have given me compliments.
I know it's the kind of
And
it's
I
kind
said, "Man, it's just a coat."
it's kind of like when you go to the Banff
It's not
Springs, you
just
can
a
get
coat.
you can get a
Pure
room that
happiness.
faces the old hotel, or you can get a room in the hotel.
Right.
And so if you get one of the
Right.
newer rooms that faces the window out there, the old hotel, it's a much better view. And I think that's the kind of jacket you want your best friend to have, so you can be like, wow, I love those colors.
Those are good colors. I like
Very
that.
solid colors.
$15 to Tank Man.
Yay!
It's
By
even $5 more than I asked.
from Joanne.
Joanne.
Joanne Bishop.
15. And this is by Alana. Opening is $50 for this lovely piece.
Sort of has a Damien Hirst thing going on.
Yeah, right? It's really lovely.
$30 on Alvin's to Dan.
Nice, thank you.
Uh-oh.
What?
We haven't seen Rishma for a while.
Rishma!
$20 on the Tank Man.
$20 to Rishma! It's so
Happy
nice to
birthday,
see.
Jessica.
Rishma, thank
I
you.
heard my name.
He wondered why all of a sudden the writing was different. I said,
Oh,
I
that's
wrote
me.
this.
I have bad.
Sandra's like going through personality shifts.
I wrote with my left hand, and then I switched. Sorry, it's not that bad. Sky, it is.
It's my neat writing.
You guys are so awesome. Okay, this is
I
currently
write in runes so nobody knows.
$20 to
I
Rishma.
write messily, and nobody knows.
Joanne says $50 for Tank Man.
Joanne says $50 for Tank Man. This one,
But it is one of those images that's ingrained in your
yeah.
brain.
Tank
And
Man? Yeah.
What's in
But that's what I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's what I like about this one is it's the piece you can't see, right?
It's
Like I've spent like 30 years imagining.
It's like
The other side, yeah.
Never find other views of
like the memory you
Right.
said, like the memory experiment. It's
Yeah.
like remembering it from another angle.
And I actually had anxiety. I had so much anxiety about taking the liberty of imagining that moment from the other
What are all the
perspective.
beeps?
But
Sorry, I don't mean to.
you know, like now everyone has a phone, so we would have had 100
Different
of it,
angles. Yeah.
but we don't. We have that one.
$55 for Tank Man from Rishma.
55 to Rishma. There's the sweet spot. These are by Morgan. $20 each canvas, I guess. $40 for the set.
Morgan,
Morgan, yeah.
are they Monstera leaves?
Yeah.
$75 Joanne Tank Man.
Whoa!
You guys have no idea how much my self-esteem needed this.
$75.
I like to act like I don't care, but I really do.
To Joanne.
Joanne.
Also, when you look at it and it goes 15,
Is
50,
that the stinky
75.
paper?
It's very good paper though.
It's from the 70s, and you can see that it does things. Like, look at right here. I didn't draw those leaves. That's the 1970s stinky paper. So, like, when I say stinky, it's only stinky when it's wet.
Yeah.
But like, we get donated stuff. We always have the same conversation. It's like when Oliver wanted to drop out of art school.
Mm.
I had to talk him into staying, but I was also like dramatically affected getting me out of debt when he decided he wanted to go to state. It was such an awesome opportunity for me. I was like I'm middle aged and I got my first paycheck of my entire lifetime, but it was my responsibility to try and talk him into going to art school. And he went. Wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Tried to talk him out of quitting. He quit. And my life got way easier than it was for the last long time. So this lady drops off the art supplies and it's too much and it's too nice. And it's this paper from the 1970s that they don't make anymore. And when you touch the paper with the paintbrush, it's like the paper starts. Remember when you were a kid, you had those.
$85 to Rishma.
When you're a kid, you'd have those paintings. You get wet, and the image would appear.
Come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some of this paper feels like sometimes. This one will iron before it goes home because it's really nice once it's been flattened. Again, we actually use an iron on it, but
It's got really high quality.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
super cool.
But it's also got some sort of sulfury, eggy thing to make it last
smells
forever.
like feet.
Only when it's wet, though.
Yeah, I was there.
I was there.
We figured out it was feet when I was modeling.
$100 to Joanne.
Yeah, I think so.
$100 to Joanne.
$100 to Joanne.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you.
Can Paxton see your tactical shield?
Oh yeah, Paxton, you have to try the tactical shield. Here.
Really?
Am I guessing the ape?
Or Freya.
Smoking light.
It's not
Try it
pretend.
It's so
You
good.
can fight a battle with that.
Here.
My friend at work is going to
It's not.
What do you ever look like your brother today? Your face is growing into your man face.
I hope so.
Man face.
Isn't it
I'm also
pretty?
so tired today. I can't lie.
Yeah. Do you want me to here, look it, I'll throw something at you.
No, not these ones.
He's a
I'm ready to like bury it.
isn't it funny like how like incredibly just safe and comfortable that feels,
I
right?
feel like I can like just
Go into
do like
battle.
cartwheels and
Yeah,
everything.
See, yeah, he said I could go for a jog with this. You're like, I could just like.
Like Captain America.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick though. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So fun. See, I think one of the shields though too is something you'd want your friend to buy because then you could see it as you were battling.
As you were trying to.
It's your like
Fight
your
each other.
mascot.
So-
you run into battle.
So it started Galen has swords. Felix loves swords. I don't know why I bought a sword.
I have swords.
Sky's got swords. Do you have swords? We're gonna go to Galen's house this summer, and they're gonna have to hose us off because we're gonna have a watermelon massacre. We're just gonna like put the watermelons on spikes, kind of like that stick right there. Something about the thickness of a spine, and just stack them. And we're just gonna go with our tactical.
The boys used to watch
Oh my gosh.
on YouTube all the time.
When no one else is behind it.
Using katanas and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rishma says 110! Exclamation point.
Ah!
This is a beautiful painting by Morgan.
Is that canvas stretched by himself?
Canvas stretched by Morgan himself.
Whoa!
Oh, I was gonna grab one more painting actually. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we do here?
I always do the theme. It's a little sunshine.
Oh yeah, show us Andres.
So
Oh,
who?
it's cute. I said, Pax, I went with the theme. It's a sunshine riding a bicycle. Those are lotus flowers.
Lily pads?
Are they lotus?
Lily pads. Lilies.
Or lilies? Lily pads or lotus flowers?
And the shield handles are neat because they pop open for when you want to hang it on the wall, and then they snap shut. And then they're really substantial. You can really, I would like to see these tactical shields maintain the art the way that the bottom of skateboards
I'll
do.
just put that as like
I would like these tactical shields to be like really battered up and dented from people having fun with them.
I'll bring mine to the watermelon thing.
Yeah,
Smash a watermelon.
watermelon massacre.
Watermelon.
It's not even going to be a fight. The melons aren't going to get
They
any
can't
chance.
fight back.
Yeah, we're not going to sit there and throw. Oh, that would be funny. Imagine if you had your
What
sword and
was
somebody
that
threw
old-
watermelons at you.
But what was that old game?
Fruit Ninja.
Ninja?
Yeah, something like that.
You can grab some papayas too.
Papaya.
I love it. Wouldn't Ella like the other one?
Oh, Joanne has the other tank man.
Huh.
She said, was there a bit? Yeah, Joanne is at 110 now to Rishma.
Can she send us a picture of the last tank man?
How much
Sure.
was Morgan's? Did you have a
20.
price on that one? 20?
20. Should we put these in?
Everything.
This is
Oh
oil.
my gosh. I remember.
Oil on
Jess,
panel.
It would mean a lot to me if you could hold it in front of the camera. I know, but you can do both. Thank
Oil
you.
on panel, $50 opening bid.
That was
David, yeah.
We have a body of works that were donated back to the gallery. We often will try, if we resell work, we will find the artist when we
50.
can and give them another portion of it,
Yeah.
50% of the sale. So they get a double dip off the painting if it sells twice.
The bamboo or the other one? Yeah, I do like bamboo. Are they both?
40 for this one.
But is it a
Is it what?
as well?
Oh, David as well. Yeah, Belcourt. And yeah, oil on canvas. This one's on canvas and this one is on panel. Panel. Canvas. Panel. Okay. Front. 40. 50. Joanne bid 140 on Tank Man.
Oh goodness, I gotta go back.
Thank you.
Joanne's getting the tank, man.
Did she send a picture of the other tank?
Not yet. Not as of yet. Okay. Okay.
I don't normally sit next to her while she does the auction, but I'm really enjoying being at like butt level.
50.
Did you guys know it's Jesse's birthday today?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mister.
I'm just confirming. Simone bid 50 for David's, so I'm assuming it's the orchid one that she's.
Oh, I wrote Iris. Why did I write her? Weird. Because I'm tired.
It's okay. Flower.
Simone?
Yeah, Simone is any of Jess's up for sale. I was gonna. Should I put in one of the Saint?
Who's asking?
Simone? I think she plugged in.
Here's
'cause
what
she
I'd
was
ask
saying-
you to do, okay?
Yeah.
Run down there.
Yeah.
Take a picture of the wall
Yeah.
with that phone. Send her a picture of the
Oh,
artwork
yeah.
pieces and ask her which one she's interested in.
Okay.
And then, you know what? Then make a decision. Do you remember when I told her she asked me if she could go to the bathroom? It's so weird.
That's weird.
In public sometimes. Ironically, this stems from her. I think what she's saying is she actually will often indicate what she wants by asking me a question. So I'm supposed to infer that can I go to the bathroom means don't stress out, I'll be back in a minute, right?
Yeah.
In contrast though, I can't order food. It's just part of my that's my branch on the autism tree is I don't have any connection between taste and written words. So if you mention a food, I can kind of remember whether I like it or not. For the most part, I have no idea what's on the menu. Like I'm just randomly like if I didn't speak the language and I was ordering food, or if I didn't have my glasses on and I couldn't see the and I'm making up words, like I have no idea what chicken and cheese will taste like unless I've had it before and I can remember that I like it. So Jess does all my ordering when we go out for dinner.
Or when I order pizza.
Right, because you know that I can't order
Yeah.
food, right? And it takes like maybe 1 or 2 years for the VP at my school to realize I can't order myself a falafel because I just don't know what I want. Like, do you want like peppers? Like, yeah. Do you want? If I'm having a conversation at the Subway, I can answer like maybe not peppers and ice cream. That doesn't sound like a great combination. But quite honestly, when I'm looking at the words on the paper, if you handed me a menu and it said like peanut butter, cheese, onions, and guacamole, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm like, do I like that? I don't have any idea what I'm looking at. Just it won't go in my head. So Jess orders all my food, but it took us like 2 or 3 years to realize all the servers just thought I had this massive control freak wife because I have 2 problems in the restaurants. I have this one broken ear that only bothers me in certain environments like libraries, Starbucks, and restaurants, I don't know what anybody's saying. And secondly, because I can't read the menu, I'm like completely helpless. So she's like, you will have this burger, and she starts describing what I want on it because she knows what I want to eat better than I do. And the waitress is like, they would just furrow their brow until one time we were in Vancouver and we were eating dinner with some friends of ours, and one of our friends was a server, and she was just sitting at the table, like her mouth was open and she's like sweating, and she's like, I've got to say this, like, why can't he eat what he wants? And we're like, what are you talking about? But that's so funny.
So now we
Eating
just
exactly what he wants.
we apologize ahead of time now. Okay, so Simone was asking.
Also, can I tell you something else?
Yeah.
We went to Chicago. We wanted to go to like a legit jazz club, and it was actually pretty like I don't know, like we're downtown Calgary tough. We live downtown, but like downtown Chicago tough, you're just like, am I on the right block? I hope I'm on the right block. Am I in the right jazz bar? I hope I'm in the right jazz bar. We sit down, the waitress comes, she's like, can I get you some drinks? I'm a year and a half dry, and I don't know how to pay for my seat anymore. And she's like, oh, that's fine. Well, you get you coffee. And she was so excited to brew us up some coffee so that we could buy coffees and pay for our seats. And there was a cover, and we ate dinner. But there's this weird kind of anxiety you have when you're somewhere where it's expected that
When
you buy
it's so
drinks,
normal that
and then you ask for like something that, and we also get sugar, which makes it really difficult because normally you're not gonna have a drink, you just have a pop, but we get sugar and alcohol. So it's like, what do you have that's got nothing in it, like water? And they're just like,
3 waters.
one of those big tip night tonight. But when we said out loud, like, well, it's like 17 months dry. The waitresses get so excited for us, or the waiters get so excited for us, and celebrate with this, like, yeah. And then halfway through the dinner, I was like, I gotta get a bourbon. And she's like, no, you can't. You already told me you're done. Like, no, just one bourbon, it'll be fine.
I bought
Okay.
a nice bottle of bourbon in Chicago as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See?
the guy told me, which
and that's so funny because
was amazing.
I was talking
Yeah.
about having a shot of yeah, of course.
And then
But let me talk about the bourbon. I was gonna have one shot of bourbon, and then you said a bottle of bourbon. I was like,
Scotch.
yeah, a bottle of bourbon would be great too.
yeah. And then I found out afterwards that bottle, that distillery burned down like
Yeah.
a year or two.
Oh,
later.
you missed
It's
out
like
on
old
an investment.
Commonwealth.
Oh,
is what I-
wow.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down and shut up. And Jessie, on her birthday,
No, it's not even what I meant. I just want to talk about, because I'm
is
going
gonna
to
talk about her artwork.
Simone bid $20 on this one. So there's 2 pieces. I kind of was working on them in tandem.
You ordered it.
This is Saint Philomena. So she is a really, really cool story. So her country was at war. She was very young, and of course the lording over emperor wanted to take her as his wife. And then she was like, sorry, nope, that's not going to be okay, because I already took a vow that I'm not going to do that. And then the dad's like, come on, like, this will end the war. And she's like, nope, that's okay. I have my beliefs, so I'm not going to counter or like go away from that. And plus she was very young, like she just had incredible strength. And so the emperor took her, and they tried to change her mind a million ways. One of them was the lash, and then she healed up overnight. One of them was they shot arrows at her, but the angels diverted the arrows, and the people shooting the arrows actually got hit by the arrows. And then they tied a rope around her neck and threw an anchor in the river, and then the angels cut the rope. And finally they beheaded her. So that ended that. But I really like
So
the stories of the saints. What?
feather on that.
Oh yeah, so this is the palm leaves are martyr, like the martyrdom symbol, and then her rope, like kind of instead of a rosary, the people who like pray to her or think of her have red and
Excuse
white
me.
cord that they
Oh, I fogged my glasses.
that they tie. So red and white flowers in her hair, and I look at mythology, and like Rich says, we look to all of these different people for stories and for inspiration. And so I thought this, like, I like listening to the mythologies and the stories that are here. So the other really, I tried to integrate lots of different pieces that I've been collecting. This is dyed indigo. Chris Boyd is an incredible local, also magician. She does really beautiful natural dyes in her home here in Calgary, and was a gift. All of the indigo pieces on the front wall were from her, and they were are something blue for our wedding. She gifted us these beautiful blue indigo pieces. So I put these together on these canvases as like a balance piece. But if
Who's the other?
this is Saint Rita. So Saint Rita lived to be very old, and she was really revolutionized different, like really trying to always think about the best way to live life. And so I liked her. She was always trying to do the best she could, be as much like Jesus as she could. And she ended up getting this wicked partial stigmata from her third eye. And so her so she's often portrayed with light coming from her forehead. And I like how things carry over from different stories and from different mythologies. So
Is that a rose around her?
yeah, so she has a rose with thorns. So she would often like cause herself pain, like the idea of the thorns, or like whipping herself, and that like the idea of not succumbing to pleasure in life.
What's the current bid for Tankman?
I don't know.
It's in my pocket.
Oh.
I have it.
What's the current bid for Tankman? 140 to Joanne, I think. 140 to Joanne.
140 to Joanne.
And that's why she's the patron saint of people going through, or women going through trouble.
Trauma, right? Yeah, I think so. So Saint Rita is the patron saint of like women specifically going through like troubles.
Troubles and stuff. That's what we were.
And
I
who's
think so.
Philomena?
And Saint Philomena is the patron saint of children and youth. But the patron saint of lost causes.
Yeah.
There's three of them: Saint Jerome,
Jude.
Saint Jude, Saint Philomena, and Saint Rita, the patron saints of lost causes. That's what we were looking that up this morning. That's
I'm
right.
sure, 'cause I said-
So Simone bid $20 on Philomena.
Do you know there's a school called St. Jude? My mom taught there.
Yeah.
And when I was in grade 5, they needed somebody to make a logo for their school. And my mom was tasked with making the logo for St. Jude's School. And when I was Felix's age, I made a logo for her school, and it's still on their banner.
That's amazing.
And then, so I've taught in maybe 7 schools
Yeah.
in our district. I don't know how many, 3 or 4, 5.
5. I think 5
5
or
schools.
6 actually.
And I've done a couple of the banners. So in the banner, that is like really long, drawn out banner parade. But I've done like 2 or 3 of them.
I was gonna say yeah.
I think I've done 3.
Simone.
But only
bid-
one of them did I do in grade 5.
That's crazy. Simone bid $75 on my 2
For the pair.
piece for the pair. Thank you, Simone. That's very kind of you. And actually,
Did you take your other phone from me?
oh, sorry, that's in my.
Who's got this?
Somebody. Spruce.
Wonder
Blue
where-
spruce.
You keep taking the phone from me.
Blue spruce.
It's Joanne.
I think it's Joanne.
At how much?
$114.
Okay.
And I think Joanne. Oh, did you see the picture she sent you?
I did.
That's really sweet. So Joanne sent the picture of her other tank.
It looks like I actually thought, I envisioned, because of the image I'm used to with Tankman, I imagined it would have been this big in landscape format, and I would have imagined I'd have done Tankman about the size of 2 fingers. And the picture she sent looks like it's about the same size, and it's the same, very same imagery, very
Yeah.
same, but it's the back of him as
Yeah.
it should be.
And the same like palette too. Like
Yeah,
these
it's
beautiful
really
grays.
interesting how consistent they are. I think.
That is lovely. Thank you, Simone. That's very kind of you too. Okay. Wow. That is a lovely night. Okay. So any other requests for any
We
more
should
pieces?
count all the pieces out, because I don't think we've done that one time tonight.
Like me to tell you.
Do you want to start from the beginning, Sandra?
Yeah.
And then I can hold them up
That
so
one's
people.
okay, too.
Amazing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Why does it do this? Felix is $10 too rich.
Okay.
At this moment. The scarf is $114 to Joanne.
So here, hold on. I can hold up these pieces. No, it's
Yeah.
good. So, Felix, $10. Going once, going twice, going 3 times.
That's my job.
Filter it.
do it anyways. Going once, going twice, going 3 times to me.
The scarf is $114.
Don't you dare.
To Joanne.
114.
Yeah.
I matter. I'm going once, going twice, going 3 times. Sold. Can't have it. Oh, that was me because you wanted it.
I did want it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And you bought a pizza. Wait, we bought you pizza? Did Felix make you take the money?
Yeah, he made me take the money.
That's why we said Felix.
Who's got the? Jesse's got. Joanne's got these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it for cover for
Whoops.
Figure Drone tomorrow.
$40.
Yeah. The Sacred Teachings
Oh yeah.
are Dusty for 60.
Oh yeah. Actually, there's a really incredible amount of beautiful pieces.
Going once. Why do you say that like you're surprised, Jesse?
Well, it was cold outside.
Going
and we
twice?
were worried about that.
Going 3 times. Yeah, Jesse cooked herself a cake last night to share with us.
Stop.
It's so cute.
Yeah, but now I feel
I
guilty
don't-
we
I
didn't
don't-
bring it all.
I don't cook, but then we thought no one was coming, and so we didn't bring the cake, and then people showed up. So these are hold it perfectly still. 60.
60 to Dusty.
Okay.
Which is art history piece is
I'll get it.
$15 to Leon.
Can I do 20?
The art history.
Art history, yeah.
So what was her name again? Dylan. DYLAN? Yes.
Can I tell you something?
Spellings
I
we
think
won't
this
ask.
is the nicest piece I have in the
I've
auction
been
tonight.
thinking about
I
it
am
the
so
whole
grateful
time.
to you. Thank you.
We didn't let Sky spell your name. It would have been.
Oh, it would have been fine. I've seen lots of different spellings.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is at $20 to Dylan now. $20 to Dylan.
And then Kelly's Rich is the next one.
Can I let you? Do you want to hold it for now?
Oh yeah, Kelly's Rich.
Feel the paper. Yeah.
Kelly's Rich is at $79 to Joanne with the little sign. And
I'm actually feeling like competitive with this bear. Like,
I know, right?
is this the better Rich? He really does look a lot like me. Which one's me? Who bid on this? Joanne. We'll make a Joanne pile right here. What's he got in his hand? This one.
Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a tripod.
yeah, it's a tripod.
Because I'm both multimedia talented and fine art talented.
We got $100 for the pair of embroideries.
You got a nice pair of embroideries.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with the timing out. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry to who?
I'm figuring out now. I'm getting multiple. I know. I'm so sorry.
And this is probably going to be messy now because I didn't know they were going as a pair. So.
No, it is totally fine.
I love. You know what I love about this one? Who's the
Philomena.
Philomena? But also, I don't know how big of a Ramones fan anyone is here, but there's such a heavy Ramones. You know the eagle with the arrows.
Oh yeah, that's
This is
cool.
so
Like
punk rock.
punk rock,
Yeah.
As a punker.
right? I like that.
She's hardcore.
It was to Mark with a C, Mark MARC,
CARC.
and
Mark with a C.
and then Simone bid $125 for the embroideries, and Simone bid $30 for the art history piece.
40 for the art history piece.
Dylan bid $40 for the art history piece. I'm like, this is exciting.
How does 37 feel?
The same as 36. It's like,
I did my uncle.
ain't
joke.
no thanks.
That's my uncle
A
joke.
lot more tired. Simone bid $50 for the art history piece. Ooh, things are happening.
It's also like after Christmas. Was it like middle of January now? We've had like 3 or 4 rumbles nothing sold. So, and it's funny. There's this weird like magic to like almost everything, right? Like you lose your job, you don't have any money for rent.
Where's my ass?
You think you're going to be living on the streets. You find like exactly what you're missing in the car seat of your car. You know what I'm saying? Like there's these like weird moments, and then we were exactly $200 short for rent last month, and it was so weird. I can't even tell you what happened, but like out of the blue, can I say politicians? Just two politicians each gave us $100 for almost no reason, and it was just a weird like. It was like one of those deja vu moments, but like with a slight shift. Like I'm $200 short. I open the door. This guy walks in, $200 in my hand, and he leaves. And I go to sit down, and this other guy, similar kind of status, texts me out of the blue. He's like, "I read your book and I loved it. Can I pay for it?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." I guess I gave him a copy of my book in the summer. And so I open up the email transfer. I'm like, "Dude, it wasn't the $100 book." And so, but like what happened, that the same moment happened twice in a row, and they both paid. I often feel like, like when we went to Chicago, what is it called when you're playing a video game and the characters that just walk up to walls and repeat themselves?
NPC.
Right. We see all these but like in Chicago, because in LA there's a girl and a dog on every corner walking her dog down the street. In it's LA, but the girl and the dog. No, yeah, in LA, we were in LA, and at the end of every street, we'd walk down the street, and as we got to the corner, there'd be a girl in Uggs and a sweatpants and a dog, and the same dog every time. Every now and then, there'd be like a girl and a guy with floppy hair and a dog, but it was like the program is not designed. They weren't expecting us to come out to LA this week, obviously, because they've
just quickly like populated.
They've under-designed the props, and then in Chicago, it was just like duplicate after duplicate after duplicate. And the other weird thing is I teach in the school in Cochrane, and I get out of my school and I drive down the hill, and just as I'm passing through Cochrane, I see the other school letting their kids out. And there's an exact clone with what, like Star Trek where there's like Spock and then Spock with a beard, but it's the same actor, but you can tell the difference because one has a beard and the other one doesn't. There's like this matching duplicate school of kids crossing in front of my crosswalk. And I thought about this for like 6 years at this school. And then out of the blue, I'm driving Kevin to his car. We get to the lights and I see this pad of kids come by. And I go, ever notice that the other kids that come through this intersection are duplicates of our own kids? He's like, what are you talking about? And this kid walks by. He's like, oh, that's Kobe. Right? And then, oh, that's Marcus. And then like each kid that walked by, we would say at the same time, Sarah. It was just bizarre how there's just like duplicates of ourselves. What's happening with all the bids?
Yeah.
Would you like to know?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Now. Thanks.
Aaron has the rainbow glass for $40.
Rainbow glass. Aaron.
ROUWN.
Something like
Aaron.
that.
Ah!
You can't drop the sword. Sword.
It's just not gonna break.
Yeah. What's that? Going once, going twice, going 3 times.
Whoa!
Can I do 60 on this one?
Yes. Art history piece is currently at $60.
I'm running out of room, so you're now deal. And Sim.
Nice.
I think. And then we have
Just for
Echo's graffiti piece to
Damien.
for 20.
Yep. So this is at Damien for 20. Do your thing, Rich Teru. Going once.
What's it at?
20.
20 to Damien.
$20 going once, $20 going twice, $20 going 3 times. I really want to bid on it. But I like Damien.
It's good. I know.
I don't even know Damien, but I
Damien's
like
good people.
Damien.
Yeah.
And then Alvin's mirror is $30 to Dan.
$30 to Dan.
Going
I really
once,
like the eyes.
going twice, going 3 times.
I tell you, I didn't even notice there were bears peering out of the eyes. I thought it was like an MF Doom face, but then I was like,
Girl is in there somewhere. And then Rich's Tankman is at 140 to Joanne right now.
okay.
Going once, going twice, going 3 times. You have a 10-minute lag.
And then David's Orchids
David's Orchids.
are $50 to small.
Beautiful. Sorry.
And then
No.
your pair is at $125.
Per pair.
25. 125.
Yeah, there's a pair.
There is a pair.
And look at these badass stitches on the back. This used to make her grandma so mad.
Mrs. Sabo would just be like very angry.
What's the other funny story about your book? And you're flipping through the pages, and then she decided.
That's a different grandma. My grandma was like very happy with like my book. I was telling her all the stories that she would like. Like I was reading the pages that she would enjoy, like Mary and like. But then she saw my drawing of Gaia. She's like, "Now, who would do this?"
She just randomly decides one page of the book wasn't made by Jessie because she doesn't
Because
like
Jessie is lovely, and she would never draw this big, buxom, beautiful, like round Earth goddess. She's like, "Who would draw this?" And she got so upset. I was like, "I don't know, Grandma." Like, just like flip the book and close it. Like,
Somebody just took the book out of my hand.
yeah. She just closed it.
That's
Oh,
like
which
my
one's
mom-
David's? Yeah.
My mom's dad would have been born. He was born in what, 1911, right? So he's quite old now.
Yeah.
But I remember Missy got her first pair of Doc Martens,
Yeah.
and my grandpa was like, "Oh," and he didn't say much. My grandpa,
Yeah.
my German grandpa. "Those are some nice boots," he said. "You must have paid $10 for those." And my mom was like, "Thank goodness Missy knew better than be like, well, Grandpa, they were actually like $100.
Yeah.
Like he would have died on the spot." And she's like, "Yeah, they're pretty good boots, Grandpa." Like, but $10 was a lot of money for Grandpa.
I remember when I was in art school, I had holes in my shoes and it was winter. And there was a busker at Anderson Station, not a busker, somebody that was down on their luck asking for money.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just walking home. I was broke and I was starving. I might have had $5 in my pocket because lunch was $5.75 that day. The only reason I had $5 in my pocket is I didn't have enough to buy lunch. I didn't quite make the cut. And I remember this young person, maybe a year or two younger than me, was just sitting there like, "Oh, can you help me out?" And I remember as I dropped the $5 in the like pot of cash, I looked down and saw they were wearing like $280 knee high Doc Martens. And I remember thinking, "Oh, I'm so mad that you have these shoes and I didn't have lunch today and I just gave you my money." But I try not to make assumptions because
Yeah.
maybe that was the pair of shoes they bought right before they got booted out of
Yeah.
their house or something. So I didn't let it sink in, but I remember that smacking me on the surface of like, I hope you enjoy my $5. But what decadent boots they were back then, hey? Like I think those boots were a month's rent back then. I think that would be like
I remember saving up
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
for the knee-high ones.
every
The shoelaces alone for those boots. Is there an opening bid on it? You're in the middle of
Oh.
a conversation.
Opening bid for Derek's was 20, right? I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've got to go back.
No, it's okay.
Yes, 20.
$20.
When did you get that shirt?
Actually, this was a gift. That was another cute story from here. The girl, we helped her move, I think. She came in and she gave us a bottle of wine, but yeah. Can't remember her name. Kitty?
Kitty.
Kitty Kachu. Kittredge.
That's a very
Kittredge.
similar story to what I just
Kachu.
told. Do
Yeah.
you remember I was just telling you a story about how I gave my last $5 away and realized this person was. This is the opposite story. We had a friend that came in. Friend was often in trouble, right? And it was actually at the beginning of when we started giving coats and blankets away because our friend had brought in a friend. It was a night like tonight, like -40, and they were not leaving very quickly at the end of the night. It's like, "Hey guys, gotta go home, gotta teach tomorrow. Are you gonna be okay?" And they're putting on like ski pants and garbage bag around the torso, and just like the two of them were really bundling up. Like, you guys got somewhere to go, right? And they're like, nope. And it's like, shit, like, sucks because we can't let you stay here and we got to go home. And I think that's when we went. And so a year later, when we started giving sleeping bags and stuff away, I remember thinking, I have a sleeping bag. I can give my sleeping bag away at least. But I'd already given away my sleeping bag because we gave our sleeping bags away that night because we had to send them on their way. And then, to my shame, to my absolute shame, we didn't see our friend for a while. And this young lady we just met that gave Jesse the shirt had been gone for 8 months. And so there's a certain number of things that would get stolen from here, usually like stuff like other people's laptops, but not ours. Or, a power drill's just the right size to take to a pawn shop. And so this young girl that we knew had been homeless was in the gallery. She hadn't spoken to anybody. She was acting so dodgy, and I could so see under her ski coat this lump that was the size of my power drill. And I'm like, oh, I need that drill. But if she's here and she's taking it, she must really need it. And I was just sitting there dying inside because I'm like, I don't want to buy another drill. She's going to get like $12 for it at the pawn shop. And I should just give her $12 and have my drill back. And I kind of like debated it and I debated it and I debated it. I finally came to grips, so I was just happy that she was comfortable for the night and that the drill mattered more to her than me. And right before she leaves, she walks up with the most guilty look on her face. She opens her coat up. She pulls out a bottle of wine. She's like, this is because you were so kind to us last time. She was planning to give us a bottle of wine that she bought because she just got back on her feet. And there I was thinking she'd stolen my drill.
Oh,
So it's just so
life
funny.
lessons.
Like,
We've learned so much through here.
yeah.
No, it's good.
And it's natural to have those doubts and second guess. And, everybody tries not to judge people, but it was such a humbling moment to get and it was a nice bottle of wine too. It's like,
Yeah, she was really sweet.
she was so sweet.
Yeah. We helped her move, and she gave me this when we helped her move.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, what a neat shirt.
I really like it.
Because that was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
That shirt looks so contemporary right now.
That's good. Simone bid 25 on this. So it's nice. We can send
Yeah.
Derek some moolahs. Okay. Are we good? You got that one. Simone Bout. She's good on the art history one. She got the other one. So good.
Are you going to sing to us for your birthday?
Am I going to sing to you?
Yeah.
What should I sing?
Don't ask me because I'm going to ask for like Rainbow Connection or something from the Muppets.
Black coffee. Like usual.
Like usual. I know.
Or that one I
I-
found on the radio. Do you remember she's like your favorite artist now?
I got it. No, bad. I just need the words. Do I?
Are you going to karaoke it?
No.
Why don't you wear that shirt more often, by the way? It looks really nice. I don't mean to objectify you, but you look really good in that shirt.
Oh, I can't.
They're over there.
You ain't never been blue. No, 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 no. You ain't never been blue till you had that mood indigo. That feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I just sit here and sigh. Golden blues. I always get that mood indigo since my baby said goodbye. And in the evening when the lights are low, I'm so lonely I could cry. For there's nobody who cares about me. I'm just a poor fool who's bluer than blue can be. When I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and die.
And you were wearing a blue info-ish dress.
Yeah, blue today. Blue is
When
my
we
color.
move into the apartment to do this, we'll dangle that from the roof permanently. Your mic, won't that be nice?
Oh, that's
We'll rig it so it's
fun.
hanging in the roof.
Oh, that's fun.
Is that nice?
Thank you everyone so much. I can't even say because we didn't even know who would be able to come here.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, the most beautiful, wonderful Jessica. Happy birthday. I love you.
Mwah.
That was the slowest happy birthday.
I know. It's like excruciating. Thank you. Thank you guys. So
Mrs. President.
okay, we're gonna total up everything. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
My sunshine guy and bring it to school and hang it.
Keep my sunshine.